here at the Black Men's Brunch 2023, number 17, and this is a great interview we're about to have here. So check it out. Mr. Peebles, thank you for doing what you're doing, and tell us exactly how you felt about what you just did today.
Very powerful. I go and speak at a lot of different events and organizations around the country, a lot in New York. I mean, this was extremely powerful. Well attended, but so many entrepreneurs who are already successful, looking to grow their business, early entrepreneurs early in their business careers, all willing to listen and wanting to hear knowledge. The information that came out of this program today between Lloyda Lewis, Pastor Bernard, Eric Adams, so many people, was very, very powerful.
Oh, man.
I learned.
Oh, you learned today?
Yes, okay. Absolutely.
So I'll tell you what, well, with everything that, as we see everybody that's watching here right now, if anybody wants to follow in your footsteps, what would you advise them?
I mean, I think that they got to, if they're going to go in real estate, they got to learn the business and understand the business, especially the basics, and then get out there and just do it. Maybe it's a house to start off with, maybe it's an apartment, maybe it's a Airbnb, maybe it's a small apartment building, but to get started. And then once you get started, the whole idea is never to get complacent, to keep pushing, to keep going forward, and looking to do the next deal. Do your deal well, and then go to the next deal.
That's awesome. All right, last question. If anybody wants to try and reach out to you and your company, how can they follow?
They can reach out. The best way actually is Instagram, because that'll be me directly. So they come to me on Instagram, RD Peebles. They'll find me.
Gentlemen, who are you? What is Mo's Bar and Lounge about? Tell us.
I'm Cameron Fitzpatrick, the manager at Mo's Bar. This is
Calvin Clark. I'm the owner. And Mo's has been around for 22 years, but in the last 2 years, through James and Joy, they introduced us, James Fraser introduced us to, there are so many black brands, and we make part of a large base of the consumer market of alcohols, but we only compromise a small part of the producing of it and making the money off of it. So we want to introduce our community to black-owned brands. So we have an initiative, a commitment to introduce our community to black-owned brands. We carry more black-owned brands than any other bar in New York City, but also Happy Cork carries more brands than any liquor store in the state of New York. So don't forget about Happy Cork.
Good afternoon, my name is Abiodun Rashawn Banjo, and I'm the president and CEO of Prolific Consulting Services. My first book has been released, Unlocking the Greatness Within, and the reason why this book is important is because it focuses on creating positive connections and relationships with our young people. In many cases, our culture is built around storytelling and really sharing the experiences from older to younger. And so we want to get back to that by setting 10 intentional principles that help young people kind of find their way to their own personal greatness. There are topics like accountability, like resiliency, like gratitude. And at each and every chapter discussion, you have questions that are for the adults and the young people. And the intentionality is to spark conversation, because what happens is we learn through storytelling. And the importance of our experiences as adults is necessary so that young people can navigate their way through the challenges that we have faced at one point in time of our own lives. So Unlocking the Greatness is a book, is a manual that helps people find those connections through storytelling.
My name is Paul C. Darden, and I'm here today because I want to spread education through literacy and through literature. So what we have here is Freedom Runner. It's our first featured novel. It's about a young black boy in New York City. He's going to travel back in time to the Civil War era. He's going to live on a plantation, and if he can try to figure out how to survive or maybe adapt and possibly get home, he's going to go on an international journey meeting kids from all over the world, and they're all going to have different pieces of the puzzle. His journey is going to be a tough one. He's going to be a student from the 20th century, and he's going to have to grapple with what life would be like if he was on a plantation. And he's going to have to make tough decisions. Does he conform? Does he fight back? Does he listen? Does he run away? And what are the ramifications of, or potentially of him running away? How might it affect those people that are around him who actually embrace him? You can find it on the website, SeriousPensPublishing.com. The event was absolutely amazing. To be a part of 500 black men and to see so many positive images, which is often left out of media, it's absolutely amazing.
I'm Natural Mystic. First, my name is Jermaine, but I sell a drink called Natural Mystic. It gives you refreshing benefits. So all my drinks contain sea moss. Sea moss provides the minerals for your body, and in turn you get refreshing drinks off of the different flavors that I add from the Caribbean. So I have different Caribbean flavors that make your palates pop. Everything's gone pretty much. Yeah, so I can't complain. It's a blessing right now, you know. At the moment, you can contact me at Natural Mystic CMOS. You can follow me on Instagram at the moment. So it's Natural Mystic CMOS.
I am Naima Townsley. My niece, Amira Dior, is a 14-year-old designer of these custom shoes. They're crafted in Italy. She's an artist / entrepreneur, and she's getting her name out, her brand out with her shoes. She does custom designs. If you put in orders, her website is lane1fashion.com. She's also on Instagram, also lane1fashion, and Amira Animations, because she's also an artist.
My name is Osayande Angaza, and I am representing IC Tech. It's a managed IT services and support business located in New York City. I also run a technology business challenge. You can check that out at techbizchallenge.com. We put people into the IT industry as bosses. You know, we're creating ownership in the IT industry, and we have an entire private label system in the back end to support them in having their own businesses. And we do all of the service and the work in the background, but we do it under their brand. So people can reach us at www.ictechnyc.com. That's the letter I, the letter C, TECHNYC.com.
My name is Christopher King, and I'm founder and CEO of WHAM Academy. WHAM Academy is a virtual mentoring experience where we center diverse stories and deliver them directly to youth. And the youth then respond to those stories, and we track their character development progress. We wanted to scale the mentoring experience because we know that our one-to-one model is really important to touch and reach youth, but it doesn't reach enough youth in the time that we have. You can message operations at wearemarcus.com, and we'll reach right out to you and get a relationship for you to be join our summer academy. That's taking place June, July, and August with summer cohorts, 1 hour commitment per week for a month, and we're excited to have you.
My name is Zoe Brown, and the event was wonderful. I'm here in partnership with my brother Christopher for We Are Marcus. I'm always big on image and presenting yourself, especially as a culture in the community. And right now, this is just something that's just beautiful to see.
My name is George Hutchinson. I am one of the founding members of 500 Men and the executive chair of Race for Excellence. Race for Excellence is a STEAM-based group mentoring program for middle school age children. We use 10-scale remote control cars to have them practice using the skills for success. So each participant gets a clear body like this one, and they get to choose 2 colors to design and paint. Once the car is painted, they have to learn intricately how it works. We associate the parts of a car with a village, whereas each part is necessary for that car to work. If one part doesn't work, the car won't drive. We also go into some science, some college level physics, where they learn how the motor works and they learn about basic electricity and basic magnetism. We have a website. It's race4excellence.org. I can be reached at 917-426-4414.
Club Killer right here, DJ with Red Star Vibe Machine for the row, and Yadelin, the best and the biggest real estate, not agent, but broker.
We had a discussion. You have a book?
Yes, I do. It's called Love Yours.
And what is the book about?
It's about going through tragedy and coming out of it triumphantly, not letting anything stop you. The world keeps going, keep pushing, keep moving. You can go through anything and overcome it, achieve it, and still be great.
Okay. And what was the first thing? How did you get inspired to do it?
My father killed my mother when I was 11 years old, and it was therapeutic at first, and I just realized that I'm not the only person that has gone through something, and I can help many more people with my story.
So basically, you're being a basic warrior queen for others that need help.
And being in the foster care system, you know, people, they choose the other way, and you don't always have to do that. Life is hard. Choose your hard.
I had a great time. I think just being in a space within itself is a really powerful experience. And I love seeing my black men dressed up, walking with their heads high, the energy, they feel good, it shows. They're excited about connecting, and I'm always here for this type of environment.
I am Chief Minister Omar Hardy. I am the rightful owner of the Black Lady Theater, the Slave Theater, and what brought me out here is the unity, the empowerment, the need to be in the room. As a people, we face so much, but the resiliency is what shines through. You know what I mean? Essentially, like what we do is we build systems, we put infrastructures together, and we help people to bring their intellectual property to life. So with all of that, it's so very important to be amongst the great kings and queens like we were today.
Hey, I'm a master groomer. I'm Clay Scopes, fitness instructor out of Brooklyn, New York, and beyond.
I love networking. I love supporting my black kings. I love helping. I love inspiring. And we're all we got, so we got to support each other. And we got to level up mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially.